The reader's read this evening is entitled The Perils of Lulu.
On your radio dial.
Walter Winslow.
WDDT, polluting the airwaves with all the news that's unfit to print.
Walter Winslow.
From high atop the Xanadu towers of beautiful downtown metropolis, it's time for another magical, mystical, whimsical ride on the roller coaster of human experience. So fasten your seatbelts, hold on tight, define your space, and tell Laura I love her, because it's time for
The Walter Winslow Show,
featuring yours truly.
And a cast of thousands.
Ready, gang?
Ready as mud, Walt.
Well then, let's proceed. Places. The story you are about to see is false. The names, however, have not been changed, so the guilty can get the shaft.
5 seconds here, Mr. Winslow. 4, 3, 2, 1, on the air. Walter Winslow, Walter Winslow, Walter Winslow.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, another episode in our continuing series,
Ta-da!
Fiction is Stranger Than Truth. And why shouldn't it be? And now to our story. It is a story of frenzy, terror, rage, madness, and puppy love. It's a story of courage, honor, pain, and finally stupidity. But more than stupid, it's a story of bizarre circumstance and unbelievable coincidence. It is a story of Lulu Barnes.
17-year-old honor student from Rising Falls, Kansas. Born and bred in the nation's heartland. Very cute.
Yes, Lulu had a brain. She was working on her research project at the highly respected Nuclear Technology Center, or as the students call it, Nuke Tech. Lulu felt she was on the verge of something profound.
My calculations are correct. Man in the new marigold will be the energy source of the future. Now, for my final checklist.
But wait, a tragic mistake. Instead of her checklist, she mistakenly pulled out a recipe for marshmallow crunch balls that she had cut out of Happy Teen magazine that very morning. It was a mistake that would have far-reaching implications. For Lulu Barnes, the morning of Saturday the 17th of July started out like any other. The sun came up. Lulu was gently roused from her slumber by the lilting voice of her mother.
Lulu!
And Lulu awoke with the bright-eyed enthusiasm of youth.
Lulu!
I'm up already.
Make tracks, girl. Your cornflakes are getting soggy.
Radiating with unbounded energy, Lulu leapt from her bed, totally vibrant with the joy of life.
Yeah.
She got herself dressed and tripped happily into the kitchen for a wholesome farm breakfast.
You expect me to eat this stuff?
To which her mother replied with characteristic good Midwestern good humor.
Shut your face and eat before I throw it to the hogs. Grandmother Weaver's been feeling poorly.
She's always feeling horrible.
Well, she's feeling poorlier than usual. I fixed her up a basket of goodies, and I want you to take it over there this morning. And while you're there, I want you to stay and visit a while.
Oh, Mom.
And I want you to compliment her on her paint-by-number pictures.
Oh, Mom.
Shush up and do what I say.
Morning, Lila. Lulu.
Morning, Pa. Something wrong, Pa.
Ain't never seen the likes of it.
The likes of what?
Crazy, that's what it is. Plumb crazy. The chickens are out in the pasture eating hay, the cows are laying eggs, the tractor started up all by itself and took out a half-mile fence, and it started raining when there wasn't a cloud in the sky.
Been like that all week. One crazy thing after another.
I'm sure there's an explanation.
There's an explanation, all right. We done been cursed.
I mean a logical explanation.
Ain't nothing logical about what's been going on around here. It's downright supernatural. Ever since you came home with those magnet sticks in your smock.
Oh, sure, that's right. Blame it all on me.
Come to think of it, that's when all this weirdness started. Why, it wasn't 5 minutes after you got home those frogs ate Rover.
Oh,
And when I cleaned your clothes, the washing machine went. You call that a coincidence?
you're both being silly. I'm a trained high school scientist. Sales connections, I do the +2 notes.
Someone's coming.
Wonder who it could be.
Oh, Mom.
As if we didn't know.
You two know.
Morning, Lila. Luke.
Morning, Brandon.
Mind if I come in? Heck no. But you better open the door first. Don't bump my head. You can have my seat. I got chores to do.
I'll help you. Don't forget to take your granny the goodie basket.
I won't.
You two lovebirds be good, you hear?
Open the door, Lila.
Yes, it was no secret. Lance and Lulu had been going steady since the first grade. What started as a case of the hots had evolved into a profound and mature relationship.
I'm serious, Lulu. How about a kiss?
Ain't no kiss until when Mr. and Mrs. Sparkly engaged.
Look at here what I got. A ring.
Oh, Lane,
Guess it's okay to kiss you now.
guess there's nothing filthy, nasty, or degrading about a kiss between fiancés. But it's available.
Oh, Lulu, you just don't know what this kiss means to me. I've been waiting since the first grade for this moment, and now at last I shall feel your lips upon mine.
Rub.
Kiss me quick before my lips get tired.
What's that?
I don't hear anything.
The wind is picking up.
To put it mildly, at that very moment, a massive and angry tornado was cutting a wide swath across the Kansas plains, heading directly for Lulu's house.
Don't worry about it. Just kiss me before I lose my mind.
I'm gonna kiss you like you've never been kissed before.
Good.
Tornado! Country line!
Tornado!
Who cares? Kiss me.
Wait, Bazooka Basket! I forgot Bazooka Basket! Oh, the tornado done got me! Help! Help! Help!
Lulu!
The tornado done got her.
Don't you worry, Lulu. Blazes are coming. Let me come find you, honey. Hang on, you hear?
Lulu was gone, but not forgotten. Spinning into the stratosphere at 750 revolutions per minute. She was horrified, she was terrified, but most of all, she was dizzy. Just the beginning. Yes, it was going to be one of those days. Meanwhile, in the depths of a secret Soviet spy site, events were taking place that were to have a profound effect on Lulu's life.
Yo-ho-hee-ho, yo-ho-hee-ho. Bless you, Comrade Nova.
I do not require your blessings.
We are sorry, Comrade Nova.
I do not require your apologies.
What do you require, Comrade Nova?
Glad you asked. I am requiring Comrade Linsky. But look around you. Does anyone see Comrade Linsky?
No, Comrade Nova.
That is because Comrade Linsky is not here.
Ah,
Comrade Linsky is Valinsky. This is counter-revolutionary.
long live the revolution.
To pass time, I shall tell joke, yes.
To pass time, you shall tell joke no. Anyway, here comes Comrade Linsky now.
You are Comrade Novak?
Linsky,
Yes, Ludmila Linsky.
you are late.
But you are also beautiful.
Perhaps we can work something out.
I am late because of lunch date with Commissioner Gobova.
My superior.
Yes, and my extended boyfriend who calls me his favorite little Leningrad lovebird. Tweet, tweet.
Let's tweet. I mean, Comrade Linsky. Our agents in Rising Falls, Kansas have noticed something very unusual. It appears a young imperialist female was sprayed with magna protons. Now, everywhere she is going, strange things happen. We want you to find this girl and bring her back here so we may study her as a possible weapon system.
And where is this girl?
She was last seen in Tornado. Satellite pictures show Tornado put down in Atlantic Ocean.
That girl is drowned by now, or at least very wet.
No, girl was picked up by boat.
Name of boat?
Neptune.
I leave at once.
Happy trails to you.
Likewise, I'm sure.
Bless you, Comrade Nova.
Oh, shut up.
Yo-hee-ho, yo-hee-ho.
Yes, it was true. Lulu had been dropped in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, directly in the path of the Neptune, the world's most top-heavy ocean liner. Miraculously, she was spotted by a passenger who was losing his chowder over the aft railing. As a special treat, she was invited to eat at the captain's table that afternoon. The captain always made it a habit to invite a cross-section of humanity to the captain's table. Take tonight, for instance. Lex and Lauren, a young newlywed couple struggling to find the right cliches to live by. Father Lanford, a priest who has lost his faith in everything except bingo. Llewellyn, a whining Bronx housewife who never had an original thought in her life, and her husband Lenny, a paunchy alcoholic ex-cop who hates everybody. However, there was to be no dinner served on the Neptune this day. The magma protons were spinning their evil spells. First, the prow of the ship rose high into the lofty waves. Then, the ship crashed down deep into the angry waters. Then, a severe list of port, followed by a severe list of starboard. The passengers became nervous, looking anxiously about them. But the captain, his lined face reflecting the solid stamp of his years at sea, calmed their fear.
Pray for us, Father, pray for us!
When I was a little girl, Father used to scare me.
So what?
Can it, Lenny?
I would cry and go hide under my bed to stick athletics off my mouth. Then one day
socks out of your mouth?
She said, I know a song that will take all your fears away. So I crawled from under the bed and sat in that. She held me close, and this is the song she sang. Don't fall down on the sidewalk. Don't you sit on the beat. Don't stick raisins in your ears, 'cause you belong to me. Yes, you belong to me. Don't fall out of an airplane. Don't fall out of the tree. Don't stick uplifts up your nose, 'cause you belong to me. Yes, you belong to me. Everybody, don't fall down on the sidewalk. Don't fall down on the sidewalk.
Suddenly, as if lifted by a giant hand, the ship began to list terribly. Mother Nature had gone mad. Then, with terrifying slowness, the ship rolled over.
My bag!
My arm.
My neck!
My leg!
My car!
Look, everybody. The ship is turned upside down.
She's right!
What do we do?
How do we get out?
How do we use the bathroom?
He's right. The bathroom. It's upside down. It's physically impossible.
Don't panic. We've got to approach this logic. Let's see. What's up is down and what's down is up. So if we want to get up, we go down. We go up to the bottom of the ship.
No, we go down to the top. No, wait.
No, we go up to the bottom.
Confusion and fear gave way to anger.
Stop, please. Is there not a person among us who can lead us to safety?
I will lead you to safety.
Who are you?
Name is Linda Lou Leadbeater from Lafayette, Louisiana. We are not having much time. Please follow.
Louisiana, you say?
Yes, that is reason for southern accent. Please to pass corn for a moment before the Yankees are burning the cotton.
They suspect that this was the infamous Russian agent, Ludmila Linsky.
Are we leaving or not? This tub ain't gonna float forever.
I lead you to follow.
And so their incredible journey began. They went round and round through the twisted wreckage, bursting pipes, steaming hell, defying death at every turn. They went over boilers, underwater, and even up the downstairs. On they traveled, and the world turned upside down. And finally they reached the last obstacle.
Behind doors exhaust garbage manifold. We climb out for safety.
But that door is red hot.
How can we possibly open it? We can't, no way!
Haven't you taken enough? We've come this far. We suffered so much. And now this, out of my way.
What are you doing?
I'm going to open that door.
You'll be killed.
Someone's got to do it. Now stand back.
I was wrong about that guy.
Oh, my life.
The door is still closed. At least he tried. I think we should all have a moment of silence.
Does anybody have any Noxema?
My hands are killing me.
He's alive.
Yes, it's a miracle.
Perhaps you would like to try again?
I'd better not press my luck.
Anybody here?
Lance!
Lulu! I told you I'd find you, baby!
He's not the outfit. How did you ever find me?
Long story. Just let me kiss you.
We should be going, yes?
She's right.
I have a lifeboat,
Another miracle.
but there's only room for two.
Which two?
Good question.
Women and children first. I'm only 18. I qualify for both.
No deal. We draw straws.
Afraid that's not possible. Lulu, you are coming with me, yes?
Linda Lou, you put that gun down this
Not
minute.
wasting time, please.
You'll have to kill me first.
Very well.
On second thought, have a nice trip, Lulu.
Bye, everybody.
Well,
Lulu, baby, I'll find you. Don't you worry none. Lance is a killer.
Don't despair, my children. Something good may yet come of this.
Oh, shut up.
It didn't take Lulu long to realize that she was the victim of a diabolical plot, but there was little she could do about it. Set adrift in a tiny lifeboat in the middle of the Atlantic, she was at the mercy of Ludmila Linsky, and both were at the mercy of a merciless sea. Yes, Lulu was gone, but not forgotten. She was hanging on for the ride of her life. The giant glutton shark, driven crazy by the magma protons, began to swim in erratic course at amazing speeds. First to the Grand Banks, then to the Bosphorus and down to the Suez. Back again to the Gulf of Mexico, and overland to the Baja Peninsula. A mad dash to Maui, to Tahiti, and finally to an uncharted island in the Pango-Wango. All this within 35 minutes. Lulu could hang on no more and was thrown into the crashing surf of the mysterious island. Meanwhile, on the far side of the island, events were taking place that would have a profound effect on Lulu's life.
Lisbeth,
Elizabeth, please come out.
No.
Come on, sweetheart. Can't we at least talk about it?
There's nothing to talk about. I've had it. Finito.
We're running way behind schedule and Link is furious.
I don't care. Get lost, Larry.
Where, if I may be so bold to ask, is that
But what?
rare and talented actress who happens to be a royal pair?
She won't come out.
This is the third outburst today. My patience is wearing thin. Sweetheart, darling, come out and talk to your Uncle Nick. Can you do that for me?
I have a devastating headache, Link. Please be brief.
Cast and crew are waiting, Lisbeth. The natives are waiting. The big ape is waiting.
Well, they'll just have to wait a little longer. I'm tired. I'm hot. I've got 2,000 mosquito bites, and I've got second billing to that big stupid ape. Bing song starring Elizabeth LeMay. It should read, Elizabeth LeMay, starring in Bing Song. I'm going to take a nap.
There are plenty of actresses who would kill for this part.
How true, but you have to go 6,000 miles to find one. See, with that, that's your precious shooting schedule. Ciao, darling.
Well, she's right. By the time we found somebody else, we'd be weeks behind. What I wouldn't give for a vibrant, talented actress right now.
Link?
Not now, Larry. I'm pouting.
Link, please. This is Lily Barnes. One of the natives found her wandering around on the far side of the island. She's from Kansas.
This is a great honor, Mrs. LaRue. I've seen all your movies.
You look exhausted, my dear.
Oh,
How about Elizabeth?
Refuses to finish the scene.
Elizabeth LeMay, the famous movie actress.
Afraid so.
Oh, I just love her. She's my favorite actress.
Oh, I wish I could say the same.
I especially admire her scene in Honeymoon Headache when she found out her husband was using her bone bath. Remember? Take, take, take. That's all you do. You take. You never give. I give. I give, give, give. You take. I can't take it anymore. I'm taking off. Take that.
The kid is a natural.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I'm way ahead of you. Honey.
Oh, excuse me. I was just going through my post-scene emotional readjustment.
I've given this a lot of thought. I want to make you a star.
A superstar!
A megastar.
A Steven star! Lulu Barnes starring in Thing Thong!
Sing song.
In Thing Thong 2 and Thing Thong 3?
Me? A movie star?
I'm offering the chance of a lifetime, kid. What do you say?
Listen close to those things. What about my granny's good basket?
We'll buy your granny a grocery store!
Well,
I'd like some time to think about it.
fair enough. You've got 5 seconds.
Yes, I'll do it.
Make out, poor girl!
Okay, honey, start thinking about the next scene. It's sort of a wedding sacrifice.
What about my life?
Don't worry, the ape does most of the talking.
A what?
Would you hold it down, please? I'm trying to sleep.
You'll have lots of free time to catch up on your sleep now, Elizabeth.
Not with all this noise. What's going on here? What's that little frump doing here?
She's getting ready to shoot the wedding scene.
You can't shoot the wedding scene without me.
Guess again, Elizabeth. We found a new bride. Take your time packing. You don't have to leave till morning.
So where are you trying to kid?
How do I look, Link?
The star is born. Have a nice trip.
You can't do this to me. I've got a contract.
Sue me. Fantastic. You were made for this part. What a face. What a profile.
You'll be hearing from my lawyers.
Was that Elizabeth LeMay, the movie star?
No, that was Elizabeth LeMay, the has-been. There is only one star on this island, and that star is you. Okay, everybody, listen up. 3 things. First, pacing. Let's keep it moving. Second, passion. Remember, natives, this is it. Sacrifice City, big stuff. You've been waiting all year for this. It's the 4th of July, the Mardi Gras, the Super Bowl, all rolled into one. Got it? Groovy. And third, song. Don't squeeze too hard. Got it? You'll find out. Okay, any questions?
Link,
What is it, honey?
I've got a motivation problem.
How so, precious?
Well, on one hand, it's a wedding, but on the other, it's a sacrifice. How do I reconcile that dichotomy? Am I happy, sad, a blushing bride? What?
Just act scared.
What's my motivation?
A 50-foot ape?
Hey, 50 foot?
Ready, Thorn? Okay, quiet on the set. Places. We'll take it from the last verse of the song. Lights, camera, and action!
Kajunga means a lot of things, and most of them are true. But most of all, Kajunga means I love you. but most of all, conjuncta means I love you. Go be so forthcoming!
Scared, I tell you.
Me no blame you.
Mommy, why?
Why not?
Listen, my laughing eyes, my raven hands, my saying testify. Why did you pick me?
You only woman on island. Thong get mad when Bryce is mad. He stomp on village. Now Thong be happy. Natives be happy. Everybody happy.
I'm not happy.
Soon Thong will come. I told you. Thong! Go be so forthcoming!
Cut! That's a wrap. Beautiful people. I actually got tears in my eyes.
How'd it do?
Start working on your Oscar acceptance speech, Lulu. Thong, baby, you are one groovy egg. Yes, we can call it a day, folks. See you at 7:30 sharp manana morning.
He won't let me go, Link.
Scene's over, big boy. Go eat a tree or something. You deserve it.
Why is he looking at me that way?
I guess he really got into the scene.
I think the big loot is really in love with you. Forget it, Thong. She's not your type.
You okay, Link?
The big ape is jealous.
Help! Help!
Be reasonable.
He's running for the Forbidden Forest.
Stop that ape.
Don't worry, little baby. Hang on. Hang on.
Who was that?
I think he said his name was Lance. He hasn't got a chance. What we need is a big game hunter, someone who can track Thong into the Forbidden Forest and get close enough to shoot him with a tranquilizer gun.
Where are we gonna find someone like that?
Perhaps I can be of assistance.
Don't bother me now. I'm looking for a great white hunter.
This must be lucky day. I'm a great white hunter. Name is Tarzana Bushbeaver. I will find big for you.
We'll pay you anything you want.
Money not important. Is challenge.
She's big.
She's stupid.
I get it.
Save my star. Save my ape. Save my fanny.
Don't wait up for me.
There goes my shooting schedule. The studio will have my neck.
Not so, Link, baby. Don't you see? This is the greatest publicity stunt of all time. We couldn't have planned it any better. I can see the headlines now. Star goes ape over starlight on Thing Thong set.
Primate proposes. I'm genuine carried away.
If you listen carefully, you can hear the sound of box office records breaking.
Get on that boat for Pango Wango and call every wire service in the world. I want this place crawling with the press.
I'm on my way.
Don't just stand there. Say something.
Something.
Now you're talking.
And so, before we pause for intermission, let me leave you with these and other perplexing questions. Can Lulu find happiness in the Forbidden Forest with a 50-foot ape? Or do domestic problems loom on the horizon?
I don't know.
Will Lance ever get to Kissy Longsford and still be faithful to the 4-H club?
I don't know.
Will Ludmilla Litsky ever develop into a character with more than one dimension?
I don't know.
And finally, who cares?
We care, Walt.
Return with us for the thrilling and profound conclusion of tonight's episode of
The Walter Winslow Show.
Fiction is Stranger Than Truth.
And why shouldn't it be?
We'll be right back.
Conjuncta means a lot of things, and most of them are true. But most of them
Here's our situation.
Five recently disowned, so just arrived in heaven.
What's going on here? Be careful, or you'll bum yourself.
What bird?
Burn yourself.
Thank you. See you in 5 minutes.
Our last group improv scene, 5 recently dead souls who have just arrived in heaven. There's 2 lines, be careful or you'll burn yourself, and what's going on here?
What's going on here?
Our last area is that of one-act play. It is probably the most traditional area of larger speech in that you do a regular cutting from a play or a written one-act play. You do use costuming, makeup, and of course it is memorized. Our one-act play this evening is entitled, I Never Saw Another Butterfly.
Suzuna Wintrova, 11 years old, Paris Auschwitz, October 4th, 1944. Francis Bronzen, 14 years old, Paris Auschwitz, December 15th, 1943. Hansa Kozak, 16 years old, Paris Auschwitz, January 21st, 1945.
My name is Roger. I was born in Prague. Father, mother, Paul, Irka, Irina, Hansa, they're all gone. And I'm alone. But that's not important. Only one thing's important. That I'm a Jew, and that I survived terrorism. Terrorism was a fortress built by Emperor George II of Austria for his mother, Maria Teresa. About 60 kilometers from Prague, it slept quietly in its green valleys under blue skies until...
March 5th, 1939, German Weimar enters Prague. December 1st, 1939, Jewish children excluded from state elementary schools. June 14th, 1940, Auschwitz concentration camp set up. September 27th, 1941, Reinhard Heydrich orders mass deportation of Jews and establishes Terezin as a Jewish ghetto. October 16th, 1941, first transports leaves Prague for Terezin. Among them were children.
Slowly I began to heal. I and hundreds of children passed through Irina's Vinkova's school. It was months before I could say anything but, my name is Raja. One day, I suddenly said another name, Irina, and then I knew I was healed. I could paint and draw and speak again. I could tell Irina the things I was remembering. I was no longer afraid to remember.
Raja, cover the bread and close the door in the kitchen. The candles will go out.
Papa's coming up the street. I'm furious with them. I can see them from the back window.
Raja, you must not open the back shutters. I've told you that. Do you hear?
She'll get us all in trouble.
She'll be careful. Raja, come. It's time to light the Sabbath.
Without
then he will be here. Come away from the window.
How at last.
All right, Emma, all right. I'm late, but...
I saw you from the window, Papa, so you weren't really late.
Of course not. As long as I'm inside, I'm not late. Besides, I was delayed by your Aunt Vera.
I knew I'd be late at all. It's true this time. I kept you late, but you'll understand. Of course, you would.
Now, Emma, I'm here.
Papa, come away from the window. We must keep the shutters closed. You know that.
Nazis. So close you can see the damn swastikas on the wings.
Pablo, the steps.
Sabbath Eve and the Nazis about to join us.
Pablo, if we are not careful.
They're gone now.
Be careful. We must all be careful. Tonight, planes. Tomorrow, tanks.
Tomorrow? Just what do you mean?
Mama, Pablo, all of you. Mama, today I lost my place.
Joseph, it can't be true.
We all knew it had to come.
But you were promised.
Promises, what do they mean? I must report to work at Little Brace. They're building a station.
Oh, Papa, you're not a hobby. You're a teacher.
Hush, Roger. Let your father explain.
I must learn manually. Imagine all of us at this school. All of us.
Building a station?
Today they came to the school. We were given 1 hour to clear away books, papers, everything. 1 hour after all those years. Mama, it may be that we will have to move again. It may be that we must do so. The landlord is German and we are
Jews!
Pablo, try to have patience.
We are Jews. They are relocating the boundaries, 12 blocks on either side, and we must all move into the area of the old ghetto.
But we thought the council was going to appeal. Why do we sit waiting while the whole Nazi army walks in? What cowards!
Pablo!
No wonder the star's yellow.
You go too far! Too far!
Papa, I'm sorry, but...
But you do not understand. You cannot.
I understand. I have this to remind me.
What is this talk? The star cannot destroy us, but I will tell you what can. Anna, the boy doesn't know what he's saying. I will tell you what can kill us, just star. No white bread, meat, eggs, cheese, fish, poultry, fruit, jam. Anna, please, none of it. For a Jew to be not the necessities of life.
I know that, Mama.
And for your father, no tobacco, cigars, cigarettes, no beer. All the little pleasures taken away.
I know that,
And
Mama.
the big ones, too. The school, the synagogue. This will destroy us.
Mama, for God's sake!
No, I am not yet finished with being a Jew. It means for all of us separation and the fear of separation. Plain stay, tanks tomorrow, and always. The guards, the Nazis. You and your foolish bravado. And we may all be lost. All lost.
Mama, I see what's going on, but just remember, it seems so...
Weak? To you it's weak. But think, the Nazis want us to work for them. If we must work, we must eat. There's that chance for life.
I don't call this living.
Well, we live and see together. Perhaps later.
Yes, if they bid us work, then we will eat. And we may survive together this war. It could have less than once.
All right, Papa.
All right, all right. So, no more shouting, no more jokes on Nazi guards. In a few months, we'll be back in our flat. Huber is going to keep the furniture for us. He does not wish us harm. It will be here when we come back.
Yes, Papa.
And you and Erka will be married as we planned. You will see. I promise.
Promises.
You will see. Come now, Mama, the lights.
Blessed art thou, O Lord our God, King of the universe, who has held us by his command.
Tanks! And the guards are in the street! They're starting to cordon off the street.
They'll be here soon.
Then they'll speak thou with the
First transports of terrorism left France the next day. We waited our turn. Families moved in. We moved in with the Irkus family, and then we moved again. Each week, another decree shrank our ghetto and our lives. Even then, we couldn't really be solved. It was incredible. Our friends lined the streets and watched us leave. 5,000 Jews. Erika Schlag would follow me.
Raja, where are you going? Come with me to the cinema.
I can't, Erika. We have to go to the municipal building.
But why?
I don't know.
Did they even tell you why?
They say we have to go. I had to join my mother. That was the day we left home.
Jews up two, step quickly, men left, women and children right. Keep moving, schnell, schnell. Jews up two, step quickly, men left, women and children right. Keep moving, schnell, schnell. Jews up two, step quickly, men left, women and children right. Keep moving, schnell, schnell.
Father be there?
Patience.
Where are we going now? What are they doing in the room there?
Well, see, we must wait our turn.
Are we going to work? Suppose we work together.
Yes, you must remember. At roll call, they will ask your number. You must remember, answer promptly.
They laughed and told us we were marked like pigs. They said it will never go away.
Quiet now, you mustn't be afraid. Remember, we are all together. Whatever you see or hear, whatever is done, remember, you are no longer alone. And then you will not be afraid. Come, say something together.
I was one of them, children of terror, one who saw everything, barbed wire fence, rats, a light, one who knew hunger, dirt, one who heard the train arrive and leave, screaming sirens, and the tread of heavy feet to drive. Here, here, and here are reproductions of the acts of lives of the children of terror. They were uncovered after the liberation at the end of the war. I sat in Irina Sinkova's classroom to write and paint the story of these days. I never saw another butterfly. The last, the very last, so richly, brightly, dazzling yellow. Perhaps if the sun's tears sing against a white stone. Such a yellow. It's carried lightly, way up high. It went away, I'm sure, because I wished to kiss the world goodbye. For 7 weeks I've lived in here, penned up inside this ghetto, but I have found my people here. The dandelions called me, and the white chestnut candles in the forest. Only, I never saw another butterfly. That butterfly was the last one. Butterflies don't live here in the ghetto.
It is weeks since I came to this ghetto. I did not know that such a thing could happen to me. When I go home, I'm going to eat only white bread. When I go home, I'm going to make my bed every day, clean.
When I go home, I'm going to drink hot chocolate, lots of it.
When I go home, I'm going to have pretty white curtains and rugs too. I'm going to play ball in the courtyard when I go home and shout if I want to.
I'm going to sit very quiet and read storybooks as long as I want to when I go home. All night, maybe.
When I go home, I'm going to play the piano, and everyone will sing and we won't care how noisy we are.
When I go home, I've lived in this ghetto for more than a year. It carries me in the black town. And when I remember my old home so dear, I can love it more than I did sometimes. Ah, home, home. Why did they ever tear me away? Here the weak die easy as a feather, and when they die forever. I'd like to go back home again. It makes me think of sweet spring flowers. Before, when I used to live at home, it never seemed so dear and fair.
In Harrington, in so-called park, the crowd granddad sits, somewhere in the so-called park. He wears a beard gently flat, and on his head a little cap. Hard crust he crumbles in his gun. He's only got one single tooth. Instead of soft rolls, lentil soup. Poor old graybeard. May I call you grandfather? You have no little girl, and I have no grandfather.
Tuesday, March 16, 1943. Today I went to see my uncle, who was subjecting barracks. There I saw them throw potato cans, and the people threw themselves on the little piles and fought.
Tuesday, April 6, 1943. Tomorrow the SS men are coming, and no children will be allowed out on the streets. Daddy won't know this, and I'll die of hunger by evening. Wednesday, April 7, 1943. I missed Daddy yesterday, but I didn't cry. None of the other children could see their parents either.
We aren't allowed out of the barracks. We can't go into the streets without a pass, and children don't get a pass. They say this can last a week, or even months, like a bird in a cage.
It's terrible here now. There's a great deal of tension among the older children. They're going to send transports to the new ghetto, into the unknown. And 1,500 children will arrive tonight. They're from Poland. You're making toys, little bags and nuts for them.
They look awful. You can't guess how old they are. They all have old faces and tiny bodies. They are all bare-legged and only a very few have shoes. They return from the reception area with their heads shaved. They have lice. They all have such frightened eyes.
The poor thing stands there faintly. Faintly he strains his voice. Perhaps he will die.
Then can you say, how beautiful is the world today? We got used to undeserved slaps, blows, and execution. We got used to seeing people die in their own excrement, seeing the piles of coffins filled with corpses, to seeing the helpless doctors. We got used to this, that from time to time, 1,000 unhappy souls would come here, and that from time to time, 1,000 unhappy souls would go away.
Monday, September 6th, 1943. I got up at 6 to see Jenkins. When I came up to the barracks, a lot of people were just going through the back gate and getting on the road. Everything was boarded up all around, so no one could get to them, so they could not run away. I jumped over, ran up to the last people going through the gate. There I saw the train pulling away, and in one of the cars, Sanko was driving. Where did Sanko go?
Transport to the east.
Why?
Word for settlement to Auschwitz.
She will not return. Jerry told us, and he knows. You die if you go to Auschwitz.
Raja,
You die. And the oven and the chimney. When you die, you burn to ashes.
we do not know this is true.
But I know. And you know too. You think because we are children that we do not know.
What have you heard? Where?
Jerry told us. He came from Warsaw. You die if you go to Auschwitz, and no one returns. Every day the trains go, and no one returns. Jerry was there. He escaped. He told us. How is it that you do not know?
I've heard the same thing. We all have. But think, Raja, it can't be true. Such things just can't be true.
But it is. He told us. We're going to die.
Raja, wait. You were only afraid. Please wait.
Irina, I want to go home. I hate this place and everything.
Everything?
Yes, what's the use of anything? We're going to die. Thank her. Last night we shared our bread and sang together, and now she's gone.
I know.
And Eva and Miriam and Mariana.
I miss them too.
And Gabriella and Susanna.
I know.
But we promised. We keep together. And next year in Prague, we go to school together. And now there's nothing left.
They were your friends. You loved them. Do not forget how you worked together in this very room. On the pictures and the phone. Eva, Susanna, and Gabriella. Their pictures, see?
No! We will burn them too!
Wow, listen to me! You are no longer a child. This very minute, you are no longer a child. So I tell you. I have a child. She is 9 years old. She was thrown from the train by an angered guard. I tried to throw myself after her, but I was dragged back onto the train. I wanted to die until I came to Terezin and found thousands of children waiting for me. And then I knew I must not die. Do you understand? You are no longer a child, and so I tell you. I have a child, and she lives whenever I comfort another child or dry her tears.
One by one, the transcripts left. Mother, father, and Vera, they went. Pavlenica, they went. Everyone I knew and loved him gone. There was no one who could remember me, for I had come here as a child of 12. But there were many left standing at the train. The transport started up. The cars crowded, boarded, seized. And then we turned and found him.
Jerry, they said they wouldn't take him. He was a plumber, an electrician, so clever. They said they wouldn't take him.
Everyone goes. Jerry, is he your friend?
He was my brother.
You're Hans Kozak. I heard about you. My name's Raja. Raja and Daniel. My brother, Pavel, and Erica.
I know. They got married, and they're on that train now. What's the good of
We're
that?
still together.
What's the good of that?
Together we'll not be afraid. That's good.
You are afraid.
What if I am? You're laughing at me. You think I'm a coward.
I'm laughing at you because you're a girl, and you don't know the first thing about anything.
Well, it's all easy for you. I've heard how you get by the guard. It's all easy for a boy.
Maybe. My father was beaten and left for dead before my eyes. I saw it. I couldn't run. I didn't understand it until my father dying told me, "You are a good boy, Hamza. You are afraid, but you are not a coward."
I'm sorry. It was late. I have to go.
Where are you going?
Number 25. Where do you live?
House number 2 on the other side near the wall.
There are 30 girls in our group. Most of us from prom. Arlene, she's in charge of the whole complex. She lives with us.
We live alone, and we elect our own leaders. And we have meetings, secret ones.
Don't you have one of the older men there?
What for? We're all old enough. We work in the field.
So do we. Some of us. I do. I'm older.
We take care of everything ourselves. I'm the leader now. I was elected, so I'm in charge.
Don't you go to school? At night after work?
We do. Sometimes. Sometimes we have meetings. We talk and plan.
What?
Oh, like someone gets an idea about something, and we talk about it. Or someone does something we don't like, we tell them to quit it or else. A lot of things. We're working on something right now.
The boys home?
Not just for the boys. We're going to have a newspaper and report the news in camp.
Have you got a printing press?
No, we don't need that. It's not that kind of newspaper. We're going to make copies of the news and hang them around in the barracks.
Put one in the girls' home?
I suppose we could. I never thought about it.
I'll copy it over. I could do that.
I suppose it's a good idea. I'd have to talk about it with the rest. Well, I guess I've got to be going now. We're going to have a meeting about the newspaper. You can come if you want.
We sold the Dean's Forum and lived for 3 years and helped with it. Each week, we waited for its copy to be posted in our barracks, and later, when for safety was read aloud. No one was listening. It was an invisible line of communication between the houses, so that even across the dark yards of crowded barracks, the youth of terrorism grew up together.
Roger?
Yes? I can only stay a few minutes. Is this week's reading ready?
Here it is.
I'll take it and get started.
Wait, I was thinking, we talked about it at the meeting. We could run some of the poems from the girls' house when there's room.
Good. Irene will be glad of that. She said it might happen. The smaller girls got all excited.
There won't be room for too many.
I'll tell her. I'll see you.
Wait, I saw you in the field today. Of course I couldn't say anything.
I know. I saw you at House of Rose.
Maybe we can plan a way to meet there. In case there are messages or anything.
It wouldn't be safe. There are guards everywhere.
We meet here at night.
The guards think we're in the barracks.
I'm not afraid, are you?
No. Yes. I guess I am. They teach me.
It wouldn't be the first time. I always get up again.
Someday.
Someday I won't, I suppose. What difference does it?
Don't talk like that. I'll go if you do.
Wait, I was confused.
It would be lonesome without you. I mean, the boys need you. And the paper. Irene says you're the only one she can trust to bear the lines in the home.
I was over that.
It would be hard. I mean, these months, we've been good friends. I miss you too.
I have to say that first.
Good night.
Roger.
Yes?
I have some flowers for you.
Come on, Bill, these are caught.
You know the square in front of the tower?
The prisoners aren't allowed there.
I know, but they can't stop us from looking at it. Look from here. See the flowers near the corner? And the butterflies?
I see them.
Well, I'm giving them to you. And every time you pass,
I'll say they're mine. Hans gave them to me. All the flowers and all the butterflies. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Hansa, Irene gave me a book of poetry. I left it for you at the end of the field, near the shed. I'd like you to read my special poem.
I found it and read it and left one for you. Look for it. I won't be here for a few days.
Why? Where are you going?
Don't take any chances coming to meet me.
Hans, what is it?
Oh, nothing. A special detail to build something outside of fortifications. The figure is strong. I'll do it.
What if something happens?
There will be a chance for extra food. Maybe some bread.
I don't care about bread. Hans, I'm afraid.
Don't worry. Nothing much can happen. They want the job done. It's some kind of walled courtyard. Oh, got it going.
Bye. Please come back. I'll be waiting. Waiting. And I waited. And held my breath for 2 days. Waiting. Waiting. I couldn't think of anything else but Hans. And I waited for weeks and months it seemed, and held my breath for tomorrow, and then waited again. The waiting days were long. But I learned to stop thinking of tomorrow and to keep alive today. That's the secret of this. To keep alive today. Yet, a part of me would always be waiting. Finally.
Eva Heska, 14 years old, perished at Auschwitz. Hannes Hockenberg, 14 years old. Biedrich Hoffman, 12 years old. Tita Valdikova, 13 years old. Eva Steinova, 13 years old, perished in Auschwitz. Hannes Kozak.
No! No, not Hansa!
Raja, don't turn and move.
Hansa, where are you?
Don't move, don't. Here on the other side of the wall. Don't move. Just listen, I have a number in this transport.
No!
Don't turn, don't move. I have a number and I must report.
No!
But the news is good.
What do you mean?
The war is coming to an end.
Hansa, no!
Things are going bad for the Nazis. Something will happen before long. Listen, Raja.
Hansa, where are you? I'm coming with you.
No, you can't. It's too late. You must wait here.
I cannot. Where are you?
No, you must wait here. For me.
Hansa, I cannot live waiting. Please. Please, where are you? Where are you?
I am with you, wherever you are. Listen, Raja.
I'm listening.
I have something. I never told you about the poem. I wrote one too, for the carcass, remember?
You never handed it in.
I know. It's supposed to be about a memory. Only it's about you.
You never told me.
I'll leave it here. Under the post near the wall. Read it sometime. But don't laugh. You laughed once in the poem, remember?
I remember.
When you read this one.
I won't laugh. I won't. I promise. Hansa?
Don't come out here. The guards. Just stay there. Stay there and wait. Goodbye.
Hansa? Hansa? Goodbye. Memory. Come tell a fairy tale about my girl
who's lost and gone.
Tell
about the golden rain. And bid the swallow bring her back to me. Fly close to her and ask her soft and low if she still thinks of me sometimes with love. If she is well, ask too before you go if I am still her dearest, precious love. And hurry back. Don't lose your way, so I can think of other things. But you were too lovely, perhaps, this day. I loved you once. Goodbye, my love.
Goodbye. Who's the motto of terror? It should have been written over the entrance, instead of the lie that greeted your tongue. Work makes us free. It was goodbye, not work that made us free. Goodbye. Goodbye. It freed us all. What is there to fear when you said goodbye to everyone you've ever loved?
Raja Glendarova, you know by now that my number 108266 has been called. When you come to school today, you will see that I have gone. I have wrapped the last of the pictures and poems in my shawl. See that these are buried with the rest, somewhere, and remember what they mean to all of us. I have nothing else to give you but this, what you and all the children have made of Terezin. The fields, the flowers, and all the butterflies. Goodbye.
Irina's composer. Autumn, January 28, 1945. And I survived. Mother, father, Pavel, Shirka, Senka, Hans. Irina too in the end, perished at Auschwitz. And I, watching Glendarova, after the liberation, returned to Prague. Alone.
For 7 weeks I've lived here, put up inside this ghetto, but I have found my people here.
You are no longer alone, and you must not be frightened either.
The Polish children are coming.
We were making toys and little bags and nets for them.
I am a Jew, and I will be a Jew forever. I will always fight for my people on my own. Even though I'm suppressed, I will always come back to life.
I went to look for Zinka. She laughed and cried at the same time. She was so happy to see someone before she left.
I never understood it until my father dying told me, "You are a good boy, Hansa. You are afraid, but you are not a coward."
One of us is sure to survive. One of us will teach the children how to sing again, to write on paper with a pencil, to do sums and to draw.
He doesn't know the world at all. He stays in his nest and doesn't go out. He doesn't know a bird so best, nor would I want to sing about it. But the world is full of loveliness.
Pasha, I am with you, wherever you are.
I have nothing else to give you but this, the fields, the flowers, and all the butterflies.
Mother, Father, Hum, Irka, I hear you. Hansa, I hear and remember. Irina Sinkova, I remember. My name is Raji. I am a Jew. I survived terrorism. Not I never saw another butterfly. Last, very last, so richly, brightly, dazzling yellow. Perhaps the sun's tears sing against your white stone. Such a yellow is carried lightly, way up high. It went away, I'm sure, because the wish to kiss the world goodbye. For 7 weeks I've lived in here, penned up inside this ghetto. But I found my people here. Dandelions called me, and the white chestnut candles were full. And I never saw another butterfly. That butterfly was the last one. Butterflies don't live here in the ghetto.
All right. Oh!
Should I just sit outside your door? Right there. Mosquitoes.
We are not happy. Hi. Hello. Having fun, doing nothing.
I'd like to think
that I know.
The
Caribbean.
My hair looks cracked. I don't know, Dad.
This is the happy, non-hyper room.
Non-hyper room.
This is the relaxation room.
Relaxation.
Relaxation. The pizza man is on TV. Hey,
Get up.
excuse me. You want to say hi to Candy Camera? Hi. Candy Camera. Thanks, sir. What do we got? Pizza on sale now. Wait. What do we got back there? Candy Camera, say hi. Pizza guys over there. Pirates. Pirates. Pirates where? Oh, look at them, man. They got some big muscles.
I'm back. I could do my share my seat. I should have I feel really well too.
Come on over, you guys.
I just jumped on that bed and they choked it. Come on over here, you jump on this. Stephanie comes in with your one. Oh, good shirt. I have one of those. Really?
I'll show up finally.
Hey.
Where's my robe? Yeah, do you know what it is?
Is that like?
No, I already had it.
That sounds
That looks good. Yeah, me too. Looks good.
Come right in. Come in, Father. You need more room. Come right in.
No, they watch the right.
Mom says good luck. Like, what? My mom? Yeah. My mom and your mom are living together.
Oh, sure. You didn't tell us you had food over there.
Ryan,
My mom called me in the bathroom. My mom.
Scoot over, big guy. Gee, Chad, thanks.
Well, they're in room 101.
Want to be someone right here?
There are only so many nerds that go around. Should have said you had food over here.
For you there, man. Peter, jump in and grab that, man.
As you.
What? Favorite crust. I know. Favorite crust. Oh, sorry.
Now we must put the...
Like, sit down or move or something.
Knock him down. Careful, you'll pop here.
Is everyone here?
Elbows hard.
Everyone that is someone.
I'll try to comment. I guess I'll just forgive you.
If we can have your attention, this won't take long.
You ate all of them.
Shut up.
I just wanted to talk a little bit about what's going on, just review some of the things that are going on tomorrow. Please make sure you're ready to go. The bus needs to pull out of here at 6:45. So please get yourself up accordingly. If there's only 2 in your room, that's good. If there's 4, then it's going to take a lot longer. When we get to the school tomorrow morning, you'll need to take everything off the bus you're going to need during the day, because it's a long ways away and it'll probably be locked up, so you really can't go back to there during the day. The veterans that have been there before, if you have any questions, just ask Phelps or Hardin or Huff. You don't want them to ask you? Okay.
Walk in the door, hang left.
Watch out for the door.
Yeah, we'll store the things where we did last year.
We go for that lady.
Yeah.
Do you like camp out there too?
Yeah, we can.
Just like
Go where?
that landings.
The opening ceremony is in the high school gym at 8 o'clock. Please try to sit all together. It makes it fun to be in a large group of people. And please be sure to go see all of our performances tomorrow, and take in a lot of other things that sound good. It's you're seeing everybody that's down there has received an outstanding performance award. That's why they're there. So you all are a part of the best of the best, and so it's an exciting day. Also, as I mentioned before, I think in all the meetings, after each performance, the critic gets up and gives an oral critique to everybody in the audience. So you can, it's interesting to listen to those, because you can learn a lot from those. And there's no time limit, so you don't have to worry about time. It's a performance festival that showcases everything. All the best in the state of Iowa. So it's exciting that we have so many people down there to have an exciting day. I'm really excited about all the groups that we have performing tomorrow. We have a lot of potential for greatness. I've always wanted to win more than one banner in a year, so I'd take 5. Anyone have any questions? Any questions? If not, please at midnight get into your rooms for the evening. There are a lot of real people staying at the motel that may want to sleep sometime.
What are real people?
Real people are people that are here like with their families trying to sleep tonight. Couple more things, please. The chaperones will be coming around making periodic room checks. This is maybe something that hasn't been done in the past, but It will be. I've got my man in charge. He has a master key to all the rooms. Make sure you go into just the Spencer ones, okay? Otherwise, please use some common sense this evening. Remember the guidelines about alcohol, drugs, cigarettes. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. You already are stupid. I've heard you're up for zip of the year. Is this true? No. You ever heard that one song?
What do you mean up for?
Zippity doo dah, zippity yay.
My, oh my, what a wonderful day.
Otherwise, we'll see you in the morning. Thank you.
See you later tonight.
Look at the tape. Get out the pot. Right here. Tape. Should we hold down? My shorts are too short.
I'll be you guys back.
Get change?
Yeah.
What? Like perfection! I hope those are hers.
Come on, ask him. What a way to answer that one, Joe.
Like our pamphlets. Jolie?
They spelled Steph's name right. They spelled my name right.
Jolie, they spelled your name right too.
Yeah, they have it. That's cool. It's not Jolie and it's not Steph anymore. That's
I know where it is. I saw it on the way down.
Oh, I suppose I probably will.
So either one.
If you wear your glasses and your little I tried to never mind. I do. I got lost the other day. I'm like, first time I've ever got lost. Everyone if I were a turtle with your shoes. Jamie,
Welcome to the 1993-94 All-State Large Group Festival. Our fanfare this morning was presented by trumpeters from Jefferson Scranton School. Before we start, I've been asked to take attendance, but rather than call out your names one at a time, do we have any theater students here from Southwest Iowa? Could I hear from the Southwest? Do we have any drama students here from Northeast Iowa? Are there any theater students from Southeast Iowa? And is there anyone here from Northwest Iowa? Now that everyone's here, I think we'll get on with the festival. We now direct your attention to the entrance of our all-state banners. First of all, the All-State Festival banner. One-act play. Ensemble acting. Choral reading. Readers Theater. Solo mime. Group mime. Television news. And group improvisation. These banners will be presented at the clothing session this afternoon to the school who, in the estimation of our critics, is the critics' choice performance of the day in each area. It will remain in their care for 1 year and be returned at next year's All-State Festival. These banners are to be displayed throughout the state of Iowa as a symbol of all the outstanding performance given by high school students in Iowa. Likewise, the traveling sweepstakes trophy being returned here today by Lamar's community will be presented this afternoon at our closing session, and it will go to the school having the most all-state entries performing here today at the festival. In the case of a tie, the trophy will be shared by the tying schools. This trophy is also a traveling trophy to be returned at next year's All-State Festival and presented to another school. At this time, will you rise for our national anthem? Our singers this morning are Chad Geidel, Ryan Clark, Rich McCarty, Brian Keepers, and Peter Bernardi of Spencer.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And now with the official proclamation.
Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Let it be herewith known and henceforth spoke that all who come within slight purview of this deed of proclamation
shall pay distinguished and ennobling accolade to those outstanding acts and these outstanding players all. So may we all give eye and ear to these presentments, that each performer may be truly said to win. Then, without further prefatory prologue, I command this All-State Festival shall from this moment forth begin.
Mr. Schmitz, executive committee members, critics, students, coaches, and guests, welcome to the 1993-94 IHSSA Large Group Festival, a recognition performance for those students selected as truly talented and gifted in the dramatic arts of our Iowa secondary schools. Iowa is not only the leader in education, but the leader in speech education and speech competition in the United States. No state compares with Iowa in the number of categories and fine opportunities competitive speech students enjoy in the state of Iowa each year. We don't want to forget the many thousands of students who participated in Iowa high school large group activities this year. Today's performers are a select few. Out in the audience are many others who earned special recognition and state one ratings, and others who have come to view and learn. Many of you will be our all-state performers in years to come as a result of your experience today. Indeed, you are the future of speech in the state of Iowa. At this time, there are some individuals who are responsible for the Iowa High School Speech Association in general and for the realization of this magnificent festival. First, Mr. H.R. Schmitz, the Executive Director of our association. Next, let me introduce to you the person who performs the day-to-day work that allows this association to work so well. The person on the state office end of the phone, Mr. Smith's assistant in the office, Sue Steen. The executive committee of our association decides and administers the policies and enacts the rules under which our contest operates. Please welcome, representing the Southeast District from Davenport and currently the president of the executive committee, Associate Superintendent Dr. David Lane. Hailing from the Northeast District in North Fayette, West Union, and serving as vice president of the executive committee, Principal Steve Story. From Norwalk, representing the Southwest District, please welcome Secretary Treasurer, Superintendent DeWitt Jones. The Northwest District's representative from Okoboji-Milburn is Superintendent Marvin Anderson. Representing all IHSSA coaches throughout Iowa, as well as the coach at Maquoketa, Coach at Large, Karen Tilton. The All-State Board meets immediately after the state contest to organize this year's festival. I have the pleasure to introduce to you those people who planned this event. First of all, Jan Wood from Garnavello. Larry Unti from Spencer. Pat Johansson from Jefferson Scranton. And I'm Linda Perrineau from PCM Monroe.
festival of this magnitude requires a cooperative effort and a great deal of hard work on the part of the host school. Please recognize the principal of Urbandale High School, Dr. Robert Stoper, Associate Principal Jan Beatty, and Urbandale's Drama Director, Bob Prigge, and Mary Miller Burns, the Assistant Drama Director. And finally, I have the honor to introduce to you the critics for All-State Festival 1993-94. As I introduce you, please come forward and remain standing by the area banner representing the field you will be critiquing today. We begin with one-act play. The critic is Neil Spencer, a performing artist from the Minnesota Educational Theater in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Mr. Spencer is a professional actor. He has been involved with the Minnesota Educational Theater for 10 years. The Minnesota Educational Theater is a touring group. They travel to schools giving performances. He received his Bachelor of Fine Arts degree from the University of Minnesota and has studied at the National Theater Institute. He is a member of the Tacoma Actors Guild and has performed at the Guthrie Theater. And he would like to let you know that if you're interested in picking up brochures from the Minnesota Educational Theater, they are available at the registration table. Is ensemble acting. Our critic is Dr. Robert Shanky of Central College in Pella, Iowa. At Central, he is the director of theater. He received his Bachelor of Arts degree in speech from Midland College and both his master's and PhD in theater from the University of Nebraska at Lincoln. He supervised the London program at Central, and during that time he took 30 students at a time to London to study. He will be heading to Wales in a year on a faculty exchange. He recently had a book published entitled Shattered Applause. He feels it is important to be involved in speech to study characters so that students can be able to walk in someone else's moccasins. Next, in the field of choral reading, our critic is Dr. Keith Allen of Northwestern College in Orange City, Iowa. Dr. Allen has been the theater department chairperson there for 28 years. He received his bachelor's degree from Augustana College at Rock Island, a master's degree from the University of Colorado at Boulder, and his PhD from Florida State University. Over the years, he has directed, produced, and worked in all aspects of theater, and they produce 3 productions a year, including work with children's theater, and he also spent 10 years touring with choral groups and directing choral groups. He says he's very excited to have the privilege of watching high school students perform. In the area of Reader's Theater, the critic is Dr. Eunice Meredith of Drake University in Des Moines, Iowa. There, she has been the associate professor in education for 5 years. She has been a professional dancer, a high school teacher, and has taught at both Iowa State University and Loras colleges. She received her degrees, bachelor's, master's, and PhD, all from Iowa State in the following areas: theater speech, English, and English education. She has been involved in theater since she was a youngster, has done extensive work in choral reading and reader's theater. She says this right here is the part of teaching she misses most. In the area of mime, both solo and group, our critics are Brian Begley and Mary Inman of the Discovery Mime Theater in Vermilion, South Dakota. They've been with the Discovery Mime Theater for 12 years. Both received Bachelor of Fine Arts degrees from the University of South Dakota. They studied under Marcel Marceau. Their most recent endeavor is a special show for public television entitled My Parents, the Mimes. It won the 1993 Gold Award for National Public Television and also won the Central Education Network Award. You may be able to see that on public television in Iowa someday. As far as speech activities are concerned, and mime in particular, they feel that being involved in these activities can help students gain confidence and physical ability, but the main thing is for you to have fun. of television news, our critic is Don Caristi of Iowa State University in Ames, Iowa. He is the coordinator for electronic media studies, received his bachelor's degree from the University of Miami in broadcast journalism, his master's from Central Missouri State University in mass communications, and his PhD from the University of Iowa in mass communications. He has produced for Ozarks Public Television, and he feels that no matter what career you enter, communication is central to success. He's looking forward to a great day. And finally, in the area of group improvisation, our critic is Clive Elliott of Drake University in Des Moines. Obviously, you know this man. He has been faculty member of Daniel B. Goldberg Artist in Residence here in Iowa. He was born and raised in northern Spain, graduated with honors from the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art in London. Since 1957, he has worked in professional theater as an actor, director, writer, choreographer, and teacher. He has made countless appearances on London stage, on radio and television, and in films. He has written 28 plays, musicals, and theater pieces, all of which have been performed. To the critics, we consider you experts in your field. We're proud to have you here today and want to remind you that the philosophy of the Iowa High School Speech Association is always to encourage continued participation and refinement in the field of speech and theater. This festival brings outstanding performers from throughout the state together to share achievements. We invite your expertise toward further growth and enrichment.
To facilitate the smooth running of the festival, please give your attention to the following announcements. The critics will be giving an oral critique following each performance, which will be valuable for everyone to hear. We do ask, therefore, that everyone, including all spectators, please stay in the room until the critique is finished. If you desire a memento of your appearance at this All-State Festival, the official new All-State Festival t-shirts and sweatshirts are on sale in the cafeteria immediately after these opening ceremonies. And it really is a sharp new logo. With the new logo, buy early so you have the best choice of color and size. So if you say, I already have a sweatshirt from previous All-State Festivals, here's a new one for you. If any problems or questions might arise, please see the people at the registration table in the main lobby. All performers should watch schedules closely and be prepared to perform early. Please do not take any photographs or do any audio or video recording during performances without permission from the Executive Director of the Iowa High School Speech Association. Be sure to take all of your belongings with you when you leave the gymnasium at the conclusion of this morning's ceremonies, because the gym will be locked up until just before the opening ceremonies this afternoon at 4:30, back here. If you wish to see this presentation, return to this area for the closing ceremonies and be seated early or on time, because no one will be admitted during the ceremony. At this time, I have pleasure to present Dr. Robert Stouffer of Urbandale High School.
Good morning. This week I've learned to speak in sound bites, and in sound bites I shall speak briefly this morning. Welcome to Urbandale High School. My advice for you today, first and foremost, have fun. Be proud of your accomplishments. Do your best. No one can ask for more. Represent your school with class. Make new friends. Support your old friends unconditionally. Respect your speech coaches. Learn from these outstanding judges. Appreciate the efforts of those people who helped organize this event. Thank you, IHSSA, Bob Prigge, and Mary Miller Burns. Again, welcome. Thank you for visiting Urbandale High School. Good luck and have fun.
And now, if our pages will lift their banners, each page will lead his or her critic and the first cast to their performance area. In one-act play, the critic is Neil Spencer of the Minnesota Educational Theater in Minneapolis, Minnesota. The room chair is Fred Wilson from St. Albert Council Bluffs. The first play is Fools, and the cast is from Fort Dodge. In ensemble acting, the critic is Dr. Robert Shanky of Central College in Pella. The room chair is Todd McDonald of MOC Floyd Valley, Orange City. The scene is from Night Mother, and the actors performing are from South Hamilton Senior of Jewel. Is Dr. Keith Allen of Northwestern College in Orange City, Iowa. The room chair is Rose Davis from Lorenz Marathon. The title of the reading is Stress, and the performers are from BCL UW Conrad. Theater, the critic is Dr. Eunice Meredith of Drake University in Des Moines. The room chair is Mary Jo Dusher of Notre Dame, Burlington. The title is I Never Saw Another Butterfly, and the cast is from Notre Dame, Burlington. In Solo Mine, the critics are Brian Begley and Mary Inman of the Discovery Mime Theater in Vermilion, South Dakota. The room chairs for solo and group mime are Mary Beth Campbell of Lisbon and Deb Harms of Clarence Loudon. The title of the mime is Something Fishy from Danville Senior. And the critic for group mime again is Brian Begley and Mary Inman. The 1048 performance is A Memory, A Dream, or Deja Vu. The cast is from Fort Dodge. Television news, the critic is Don Caristi of Iowa State University in Ames, Iowa. The room chair is Ron Swanson of Grundy Center. The news team for the 1010 performance is from the Garnavilla Community Schools. Improvisation. The critic is Clive Elliott of Drake University in Des Moines. The room chair is Lynn Sandoval from Bondurant Farrar. And the team of Mike Shellady is from Norwalk. See you all back here at 4:30 for the closing ceremonies. Have a great day and enjoy yourselves.
direct your attention to the entrance of our festival banners. First of all, one-act play. Ensemble acting. Minnesota Educational Theater. Ensemble acting, Dr. Robert Shanky of Pella College. In choral reading, Dr. Keith Allen of Northwestern College. In Reader's Theater, Dr. Eunice Meredith, Drake University. Group and solo mime, Brian Begley and Mary Inham of Discovery Mime Theater. In television news, Dom Caristo, Iowa State University. And in group improvisation, Clive Elliott of Drake University. Here today. Each of you are winners in your own right. You have gained much in developing your talents and your interaction with your directors and other cast members. Many new friendships have been formed through your speech work. A confidence has been nurtured that will serve you for all your years to come, long after high school is over. But the honor of being selected to perform at the All-State Festival is a moment in your life you'll never forget. Indeed, you are all winners. Members of the executive committee come forward to present each individual school with the medallions that will be presented to them for outstanding performance here today, as well as special recognition. But before we do that, I'd like to introduce H.R. Smiths.
Association is very fortunate to have a corporate sponsor, Norwest Bank, so that we can continue to provide you with the fine opportunities to perform. Ms. McCoy, on behalf of the Executive Committee, contestants, and coaches of the Iowa High School Speech Association, it is my great honor and privilege to present to Norwest Bank, in recognition of their support of Iowa High School Theater Arts, this manner, which may be honored.
Some things to do here that you're really looking forward to, but I just wanted to say on behalf of Norwest Bank, it's really overwhelming to see so many people here, and I'm really impressed by that. I think what you're doing in speech is so important, and believe me, it will benefit you throughout the rest of your life, no matter what you do. So we're proud to support that, and we're proud to be a part of what you're doing here today. So on behalf of Norwest, thank you.
This time, we'd like to have members of the Executive Committee come forth to present the medallions for the Outstanding Performance Award winners in both performers and special recognition.
Thank you. It is our distinct pleasure to present these awards to all the deserving participants. First, from ADM Senior and Adele for choral reading, group improvisation, and special recognition for one-act play and 2 ensemble acting. Akron Westfield, special recognition for group mime. Alden, group improvisation.
Allison Bristow, Group Mind. Alta Senior, Choral Reading, Special Recognition, Ensemble Acting. Ankeny, Ensemble Action, Acting, and Special Southeast Webster, Burnside, Special Recognition for Ensemble Acting. Spencer, Senior. One-act play.
Before the Critics' Choice Awards are presented this year, we'd like to take just a few moments to congratulate once more last year's Critics' Choice schools who have held high the speech banners from last year's festival until today. We thank them all for their outstanding representation. Please allow me to introduce the banner pages and their school who received the Critics' Choice Award last year. For one-act play, Amy Lyons from Cascade. In ensemble acting, the page is Rich McCarty from Spencer. In choral reading, the page is J.D. Foose from Thomas Jefferson Council Bluffs. In solo mime, the page is Chad Taylor from Hoover, Des Moines. In group mime, the page is Jeff Christensen from Valley Senior, West Des Moines. The page in Reader's Theater, Russell Crouch from Glenwood Senior. Television News, Nancy Baker from Adele DeSoto Senior. And in group improvisation, Kelly Houston from Valley Senior of West Des Moines. And now up to our Critics' Choice Awards for this year. This year, in a change from other years, each school, each individual member of the Critics' Choice group will receive an individual certificate, and also each school will be able to, will receive a Critics' Choice plaque to keep in their school because the banner must be returned.
The Critics' Choice for one-act play will go to Clarinda High School.
As to who was going to be the Critics' Choice for ensemble acting. I'll first name the school, Fort Dobb. At any rate, Maharishi.
My Critics' Choice to the very classy Spoon River Anthology. It's from North Lynn Coggin. Jessica Fredericks, The Hat Makes the Woman.
It is the Bumbling Bank.
Give the Critics' Choice to Creston High School.
Critics' Choice, Dubuque Senior.
You have all been chosen as the Critics' Choice recipients for the state of Iowa for 1993-94. You will keep this banner until next year's All-State Festival, at which time a student representative of your school is to return the banner to the opening ceremony. We further charge that this student representative will act as honorary page of the banner for that entire day of festivities. Throughout this year, we want you to display this banner proudly. For remember, not only does it represent your brilliant accomplishments here, but in a very real sense, it represents the past and yes, the future accomplishments of us all. And now for the presentation of the Traveling Sweepstakes Trophy. Each year, this goes to the school with the most outstanding events performing here at the festival. The trophy, like the banners, is to be returned to our Festival next year. This year's winner, with 8 groups performing here today, is from Fort Dodge.
Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Let it be known and henceforth spoken that the 1992-93 All-State Large Group Festival is now closed. That's the 1993-94 festival. Everyone have a safe trip home. Hope to see you again next year.